We're talking about books now. So our segment is, as you guys remember, Paperback Mountain. Wee wee. Paperback Mountain. So I had an idea.
What was that?
It's the books. Wee. Anyway, so I was trying to be so helpful for this, by the way.
What'd you say?
Why'd you just make the books make a bed squeak sound?
That's Paperback Mountain.
No, not you. Like, Jenna goes,
Because she put
No,
that in
she
the
did.
thing.
She went like this. No,
I
I
went
didn't.
ee.
I didn't, Bill.
Oh, it's fine.
So we were talking about how we were going to do Paperback Mountain, and when we, so again, each segment is going to come out every single day as a 10-15 minute segment, and I have like little beginnings for each one. And
She
this
blurted
one,
out Paperback Mountain, and I was like, all I can think of is Brokeback Mountain. So then we just made the books
That's
go
fair.
ee. It's not really that in depth. It's fine. But
we're good. So we're talking about books. Paperback Mountain. So what I'm going to say is I was involved with a book signing, actually, for this book. So it is called Kingdom of Exiles. Freaking awesome. Maxim is the one who created it. I really think this is going to get picked up by somebody for either a movie or a TV show. But just to see like the intricate things that happen within publishing, self-publishing, writing a book in general was really cool to be a part of. And go get that book.
And I wanted to say I brought something to the table, and I brought it in, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, it's like Harry Potter, and she'll love it. And it's going to be like, there's audiobooks coming out. And I told Jenna, and she full on went straight to 10, full on triggered, got super pissed, and vetoed the idea. So why don't you tell everyone why you're so mad
No.
at J.K. Rowling's?
No, so she puts in the outline that it was going to be J.K. Rowling writing different books. And this had come out a long time ago, but it's not her writing different books. She's writing like smaller things, like smaller things off of the... It's not Harry Potter. It's like in Harry Potter's universe.
Well, they did put quotations in the...
Yeah, so it's
article.
like, think of when you read like The Beetle and Bard, those books that he's reading as like school books, it's that shit. And I was super upset because not only is she fucking with my emotions and not giving me anything else, like, cool, you gave me a shit book about your Harry Potter's son.
But you're like reading the stuff they're reading in school. Why wouldn't that excite you that you get to read like a textbook from Hogwarts?
I want to know what the fuck is going on with Harry Potter and all his shit.
She don't give no shit about education.
Yeah, I'm not going to find a fucking Beetle and Bard or a fucking fantastical beast. So now you're just even making me feel even worse about myself for being a muggle. And then...
Didn't even know that it'd affect you like that.
And then, not only did she want to give us that garbage that she's pretending to write, which usually it's somebody else writing it and she just slaps her name on it, like the last one in the Cursed Child. No one's gonna go there. She keeps changing the lore.
Wait,
just stop
Isn't
changing.
that a good play, though?
It is a play.
No, like, but don't people, like, really like the play?
They do, but...
Not Jenna.
Have you read the book?
I have it, but I bought it to learn how to write plays.
There you go. They also have one for Fantastic Beasts. I highly recommend doing that one, not The Cursed Child.
I have that one, too.
Oh, perfect!
But that's for But that's
She's
for
like,
film.
throw that out, burn it. It's a piece of hot garbage.
No, it's like one's literally a film script just put into a book, and the other is a playwright script thrown into a book.
That is correct.
So I literally just bought them to learn and make it interesting.
I totally agree with that. That actually was a really cool way that they printed out those books. I was a little upset on where they started with. It was like 0 to 100 with The Cursed Child, where you're like, okay, Harry Potter's world just ended. At the back end, things happen. I won't say anything because she's still reading it. And then all of a sudden, it's like The Cursed Child. Boom, this is Harry Potter's kid, and this is what's happening. Bam.
Yeah,
and you're like, he's already in school at Hogwarts? Like... But I didn't even get to see, like, how his life was.
So you want a book of, like, hey, this is what happened right after.
Yeah, like, where did they go? Like, I understand if it was maybe, like, 5-10 years or whatever. Like, give me a little bit of a cushion.
Not, like, 30.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, that's interesting. But yes, also the lore. Like, she keeps messing around with the lore and
You want it
saying,
to
like,
stay
all these
canon.
people are, you know, like, dating and...
Relationships that weren't existing before.
Yeah.
See, and the thing is, like, I'm just barely into it, so I'm like, cool. Anytime I see anything like that, I'm excited about it, and then you just get triggered.
Well,
like,
because
you're changing my shit around.
People on Pottermore like to go on there, type in there,
don't
and then
touch
all
my-
of a sudden J.K.
don't
Rowling
touch my
comes in
thing.
and goes, that does sound like a good idea. Could I make more money? Yes, that sounds great.
like
We're
she's
now
coming-
making them together.
It's like she's coming in and dog tagging your, like, books. And you're like, stop touching my shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ah!
Have
Yeah.
you read
she's-
the series? The Harry Potter series?
I've read the first 2.
Okay, so you're like me. I'm on... Which one am I on?
You're on the
4?
4th.
I'm on the 4th one, so...
Goblet of...
Yes.
I want to say something,
Yes.
Yeah.
and no one be offended by it.
You're in a safe
No
space.
offense.
I don't find her to be a compelling writer, so I get bored reading Harry Potter. Like, I understand the story is good, but the in between, I'm like,
Keep going.
Yeah. It gets better.
It took me forever to get through.
It gets
the early
extremely
ones.
better. The reason why I love it so much, I love and hate it, is because I picked it up when I was in 5th grade. And then it's more of the nostalgia and the emotions that were behind it. The
When you were
second one,
reading it.
my dad took me to the midnight launch. The third one, my dad took me to the midnight launch. So there's like that, my dad took me, you know, in the back end there.
Yeah.
And then 4th one, I said it, and then I was like, fuck, no.
You knew I was going to catch
see,
up on it.
like,
Good, you're good.
Shane, you're so pure. Why are we so dirty? And my eyes just keep fucking watering.
But as
Oh!
an adult reading it, I was extremely bored with like the first one. The second one was a little bit better. The third one's a little bit better. But now I'm like on the 4th one, I'm getting like I'm finding myself having a harder time putting it down and like reading.
Shit
through it.
hits the fan towards the 3rd and the 4th one.
Yeah.
And it gets real fucking dark real quick.
I think the third one, Prisoner,
Mm-hmm.
that was probably my favorite one so far. But the first 2, I was like snooze fest. It took a while to get through it.
I really enjoy the movies though,
Yeah.
and to me that's kind of like, all right, this is how I view Harry. Like, so now it's like, I don't know, like, to me Harry Potter is more of a world to watch than read, because it's not grand, if that makes, like, it's not like in those books they're not grand, like it's not a giant world. They
It's
literally
like the school versus
Yeah.
like Lord of the Rings.
So it's like
that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
where Lord of the Rings is like, that's an entire world to imagine. Where this is like, here you go. And to me, it helps to see it because I'm like, honestly, my imagination of like wizards and witches is kind of just like,
You're
Yeah,
a
sticks.
visual person.
Actually,
You want to borrow mine?
you guys are both incorrect because if you look back, Fantastic Beasts starts in the beginning where it was in London in the 1920s, and that was in America, but everywhere in the world is actually witches and...
I know, I love Fantastic Beasts. That's my favorite Harry
Perfect,
Potter
that's
film.
before Harry Potter.
No, I know, but I'm talking about Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Like,
You
there
have
wasn't
a
much
young
room for
kid
me.
trying to take down an evil doer.
Yeah,
We have
to
to
me
agree
that
to
works
disagree.
better. To me that works better. To me, I love coming of age movies, and that series works as a coming of age movie. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like it better as a movie, because to me, I'm not relating to Harry. I never lived in like under the stairs. I ain't British.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see. Like reading to me is like, I want to be able to like imagine everything.
Yeah.
But J.K. Rowling wrote to a British audience.
True.
I don't fully comprehend the reading process of what she's saying. I'm like, what's that?
It's like trying to
Whereas
watch
now-
Doctor Who, and it takes you a fucking minute. Like, wait a minute.
Oh, I love Doctor Who. I dove in hard.
Yeah, but see, he's visual again.
Which Doctor?
My favorite one is Matt Smith.
We can be friends.
But I started at when that series, I forget the actor's name.
Chris.
It was before David Tennant. That's where I started.
Chris Eccleston.
Yeah,
He's like
I think
with
Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
Rose. I started that one too, and I was like, all right. And then you get
I
Tennant,
liked
and I was
it.
like, he's fun. And then you get Matt, I was like, ooh, he's really fun, and he can be fucking
Yes.
serious, which I really liked.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna get into it because I have a whole Doctor
We're gonna have
Who
to do
theory.
a whole podcast on
that's fine.
Doctor Who.
Matt Smith, my Doctor Who. Anything British, I want to watch. I don't want to read it because it just doesn't click because I don't have something to pull from to put there.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Sometimes with British, I have to watch because literally, if I don't pay full attention, they speak gibberish.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Is
Takes
it just
me a
from
second.
accents or?
Sometimes it's from accents, especially if they're super thick.
the
and
words.
Depending on the dialect that they're on. Like, I can, if I don't pay full attention.
Karen Gillan.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like, so like my husband's family is from South Africa. So like when I first met them, I was like, what? Like, what are you saying?
That's what's
And
up.
it took a while to like, oh, like you're saying hello. Like it takes a second. That kind of stuff. Dumb.
If you can't hear
Wait.
hello. All right.
Wait, am I supposed to bring a book to the table?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring
you
a
got
book.
one.
Let's do this. By the way, everyone should read Name of the Wind.
Keep dropping that everywhere,
Yeah.
sprinkling it everywhere.
Ooh, he was at Phoenix Comic Con and he was signing that book.
Boom. Oh, what?
Yeah.
This is the hold on.
Did you get it signed?
Well, you know how bookstores just have the signed copies already.
You
Yeah.
needed to come to Phoenix. If you lived here, you could
I
have
just
come to
wanna work for
Comic Con, and I saw him.
I just want to be his personal coffee boy.
You can. I mean, I'm pretty sure I
That's
saw
all I
him
want.
holding a coffee while he was signing those books.
That's the most
He was
honest-
waiting for Shane.
I feel like that's the most honest, like, request I've ever heard. Like, because if I see someone, like, I'm idolized to, usually girls are like, oh my god, I want to be his wife. Like, no, I just want to, like, help him out.
Well, I want to learn because like he's worked in the movie industry for like over a decade and then television for over a decade.
That's true.
And like I really like his YouTube channel and his new TV show. So,
I think I just
Yeah.
saw something on the YouTube where they made a working Iron Man. Suit.
that's part of his new show.
Yeah.
Savage Builds
Yes.
on Discovery.
It was really cool. It was a little bit bulkier than I imagined, but I was like, shit, no, it's
Yeah.
actually flying. Like, that's insane. It was
Oh,
awesome.
that flying,
awesome.
the flying setup they have is so cool.
It looks
super
very
dangerous.
difficult, too.
I'll have to check that
Super
out.
dangerous. Super dangerous.
Super dangerous.
No,
Good
like
TV, super dangerous.
no, like I'm surprised they did not bring up how dangerous. Like you're wearing like basically like two mini jetpacks.
I feel like they probably didn't bring it up too much. I know they brought up his safety with his legs and his knees being like
Yeah.
wonky. Because you could tell he was struggling. Like, he's like, okay, it's not safe for you to do it, so the other guy's going to pilot it. But I wonder if they don't mention it or press on it, because it's probably not very easy for common folk to get some of those jet engines. Unless you can.
If I was 13, I would try to make this.
Well,
Because
mean,
I would not know better and I would die.
Nothing's stopping me. I'm going to get those jet engines. Don't look at them, yeah.
There's Shane. Ah, it's
Are
fucking
these
Rocketeer. Rocket.
Rocketeer's
That's what
amazing.
I want that to come back.
Dude, that I would cosplay as. He looks bomb, but it's like very like
I want a
Star-Lord
show. I want a
comic
show.
book. I want that Star-Lord comic book mask, not that bullshit with his hair out. No. Sorry.
I just want a TV show. I want a Rocketeer TV show.
That could be cool.
Why don't we make it?
Cool.
That'd be so dope. But hold on, I want it to be about an actor in the when that come out. Was it 40s or 60s? 40s,
I
right?
want to say 40s? Not
I
sure.
want it to be about that actor who actually becomes the Rocketeer.
Like in that timeline.
Like, yeah, like
We need
he's
more
the actor who
timepieces
plays the
for
Rocketeer, so he starts doing it.
that
He's
would
like,
be cool. That could be a nice
like-
long, like ongoing thing too.
I know.
That
Oh,
would be
man.
nice. Would be nice.
Well, let's go to our next segment.